Good day, mindless citizenry.
Cats89 here with the second lesson in the Forge of Iron series. This lesson will focus on naval invasions because they can be a difficult thing to pull off at times. Now the reason why naval invasions are so hard is because whenever you try to make a landing, the AI will always put enough troops to stop your attack, as seen here. However, there are many ways to work around this issue and I will show some of them to you in this video. Before we begin, make sure to stab that like button and overthrow the previous newest subscriber, or else I will send the party forces to your house and unperson you and then deport you to Baden. Alright, here is the first and easiest example.
If you start with provinces next to the nation you want to attack, you can put your forces there and beat them easily. This is more or less like a normal invasion, so see the previous lesson for extra tips if necessary. You only need one province bordering them to pull this invasion type off, but what if you don't have a province next to them? Well, the next strat will help you with that. Now in this example, I want to attack France in a naval invasion.
However, they're too strong for me to outright invade, so I need a different strategy.
Now you may notice that Normandy is very weak and borders France.
By making the naval invasion against the weaker Normandy, we can make it easier and allow us to prepare better for the attack against France. So we are going to attack Normandy first, and after annexing them you can integrate their lands and prepare for the invasion of France. But I don't need to, so I will just attack France right after I annex Normandy. Now that I have annexed Normandy, I can recruit troops to prepare and can also invade France in a land invasion instead of a naval invasion. Another benefit of doing this is that you can more easily patch up holes in your lines instead of needing to bring forces from your mainland. As you see here, I can better contain this breakthrough because I had annexed Normandy.
This is a great strat to use, however there are still two more I want to show you.
In this example I am fighting Germany with my allies the Dutch. However, the Germans were too strong and have now occupied the Dutch lands. This example might seem scary to some of you weaker proles, but I am very good, so I realize this is an opportunity. Since the Germans only occupy the Dutch lands, they cannot recruit units, so they cannot defend against my landings.
Once I land, I can have an easy foothold to funnel more troops into and to start defeating the Germans from. Note that you don't need to use an ally's occupied lands for this strat.
Any occupied lands will work, but depending on the situation you may end up losing your foothold before you can push into your enemy's lands. If you don't want to use an ally's land, I would advise declaring war on the nation being occupied so you can keep the land afterwards. Another benefit of using an ally's land is that as you liberate their lands, they can start recruiting more troops. However, there is a bug where if the enemy attacks an ally's province, your troops will not be counted in the defense battle, and if they lose the province, you lose all of your troops stationed there, so be careful using this strat with an ally.
Anyways, let's move on to the final strat. Final strategy now. What do you do when you have no other easy strats you can use? Well, first off, take a look at the population spread of your enemy.
The population of a province determines how many troops the AI can recruit in a single turn, so you want to attack the least populated province to meet the least resistance for your landing.
Furthermore, there is one more strat you can use.
Each nation has a different amount of movement points and thus can make different amounts of actions each turn. Since AI need to use movement points to recruit troops, if you attack them with enough landings, they may not be able to defend all of your landings.
Here is this in action.
I send out as many landings as possible so that I can hopefully get at least one of them to work, since once I have a foothold the invasion is much easier. Alright, I'm tired, so this will be the end of this lesson in the Forge of Iron. Remember these strats and you can make naval invasions much easier. whether that's from invading from owned outposts, or invading a weak nation and then using their lands as an outpost for a future invasion,
or landing in occupied provinces to avoid enemy recruitments, or using some other means of breaking through the recruitments. This has been Cats89 not speaking again. Stop asking for my real voice. Any who ask for my voice will be deported to Baden. Anyways, thanks for watching and bye.